have come out in our manifesto, it promises the first employment for every educated youth in this country. That's an enormous speed. It's never been done before. Because the levels of unemployment are at record highs because of the policies of this government, for no other reason. They have made no effort to increase or decrease our unemployment levels. There is no manufacturing, it's dead. There is no demand. And since there is no manufacturing, people are not getting jobs. If they are not getting jobs, there is no money in their pocket and they are unable to spend. It's a vicious cycle of economic destruction. That is what they have presided over. Our second is for women, the emancipation of women, which has always been our priority. In this time of crisis where price rise is so high, it's touching the sky, we want to provide relief to every household and women, and 1 lakh rupees will be given to them.
1 lakh rupees?
1 lakh rupees to head of a woman head of a household.
Oh,
that's an enormous
really great.
That's an enormous scheme. The other is for all categories of people. To talk about farmers, the MSP will become something which is embedded in law.
India is all about like traditional farming. So is INC is doing something for the farmers which can replace the traditional farming techniques over the 21st century techniques, because there is agriculture in bio plants and there is micro herb farming. So is INC like thinking to do something about for the farmers which will really help them in the future?
We have a big package for farmers, and the first relief you're getting is to first ensure that you get a just price for your crop. It is no longer dependent on the vagaries of a government, on anything else, on the weather. You have to get a just price, you have to get compensation if there is loss. That is what we guarantee through our program, so that the farmers, the people who feed us, after the Green Revolution, there's been an enormous production in farming, but the farmers have to get their due all the time, especially at a time of crisis. So we have decided to make that into a law. It is not just dependent on every government and their whims of decreasing or increasing prices. That is an enormous step to take. Apart from the technological improvements in farming that we have implemented regarding all nature of farming. Right, and it extends to farming beyond just agricultural farming, it extends to fisheries, it extends to everything. Right. So there is a composite program of increasing our food production on every soil.
That is really something great which I heard from you. Thank you so much for that. We shall proceed for the next question, which is how you are different from Ravi Shankar Prasad, which is our current.
Well, let me first say that my honorable opponent has had a long career in politics. I don't want to get personal about this, but I am contesting the seat of Patna Sahib on a certain agenda. Right? First is our positive agenda of what we bring to the table, the Congress Party and the Mahagathbandhan, for unemployment, for women, and for social justice. But yet, when you speak of my opponent, the agenda which is being spoken to us, what we have heard from the ground, is his lack of presence in the constituency itself. Right? My family has a history of being with the people. Right? It's been there on the ground. It doesn't need to be tested. History is witness to this. I am new to politics only in a formal sense. I have been a national spokesperson. I am still a national spokesperson in the party. But I have been seeing politics since I was a small child, and I was being here for every single Lok Sabha election, managing it, speaking about it, engaging in it, engaging with the people since the 1980s. I am no stranger to politics. I am no stranger to the needs and wants and aspirations of the people. I think this is what is lacking in my opinion, because he's not been there on the ground and people are crying for him. The responsibility of every member of parliament is to be there for the people and be their representative, a responsible representative. That has been lacking.
Okay, that was really great. And I've also noted down as the last question for you, which is what do you prefer on the basic needs of common people, which is also pronounced as roti, kapra and makan?
Yes.
Because this is the basic needs for people, what the common people want. So is there anything INC has made up to for roti, kapra and makan?
No, but far beyond it as well. First of all, it is quite sad that at the moment, after 10 years of this rule of this particular government, we are still talking about the basic needs of people, right? Your very question suggests to me that how deplorable our economic situation is, that up till now we have not been able to provide even the basics here in the last 10 years. Let me remind you of the UPA government in which crores of people were actually taken out of the poverty line. And that was because we had a composite economic program. Our growth rate, our GDP growth rate was consistently averaged above 7%, was 8% consistently. We had production, real wages actually went up, employment levels were high, investment was high, demand was high. That was our composite economic program which led India into a period of high growth, less poverty, more employment. What happened after that, and the GDP numbers show for themselves, is a plummeting of those figures, increasing of poverty, increasing of unemployment, decrease in production, decrease in investment, and that has led to this condition where you have it. In our program, all our guarantee schemes, whether it is to the farmer, to the women where we promise 1 lakh rupees, to the educated youth who we guarantee a first job, all that is directed towards providing that basic relief, which has been, this government has failed to do. So all our guarantee schemes, and we call them guarantees because we implement them the moment we come into power. They are all guarantees. We will do it when we come to power. We've already done it. We will do it again.
Oh, that was really great. It was nice talking to you, and I hope you would win. Literally, from my side, it's my pleasure being with you. Sit here and have a table talk with you. It was really nice. Thank you so much, sir.
It was my pleasure.